A man with a gun entered Lincoln High School at 10:47 a.m. 40 students were in the auditorium. He locked the doors. Police surrounded the building within minutes but couldn't get a clear shot. Inside, Jennifer Kim, 5'2", 115 pounds, gym teacher, heard the screaming. Everyone said she was too small, too quiet, too nice. They had no idea that before teaching dodgeball, she'd been Captain Jennifer Kim, Army Rangers, hand-to-hand combat instructor. She walked toward the auditorium, empty-handed, and those 40 kids were about to see what a ranger really looks like. Jennifer Kim had been teaching physical education at Lincoln High School in suburban Virginia for 6 years. At 5'2" and 115 pounds, she was shorter than most of her students. Some of the senior boys towered over her by a full foot. They'd joke, respectfully mostly, about Coach Kim being fun-sized or pocket-sized. She'd laugh along, make jokes about dynamite coming in small packages, keep things light, because that's what high school gym teachers did. They kept things fun, safe, low stakes. Nobody knew that Jennifer's small frame had cleared rooms in Mosul, that her fun-sized hands had disarmed insurgents twice her size, that behind her friendly smile and encouraging voice was someone who'd trained hundreds of soldiers in close-quarters combat, who'd earned her Ranger tab at age 24, who'd served 3 deployments, who'd killed 4 enemy combatants in hand-to-hand situations, who had scars on her ribs from a knife fight in Fallujah that she'd won. Nobody knew because Jennifer never told them. She'd left the Army in 2017, not because of injury, not because of trauma, but because she'd done her time, proven herself, and wanted something different. Wanted to help kids build strength instead of destroying enemies. Wanted to teach discipline through fitness instead of combat. Wanted peace. So she'd gone to college, got her teaching certification, applied to Lincoln High, and for 6 years, she'd been just Coach Kim, the tiny woman who taught freshman PE and ran the girls' soccer team, until the day a man with a gun walked into her school. It was a Tuesday, 4th period. Jennifer was in her office reviewing lesson plans when the lockdown alarm started blaring. Her body reacted instantly, old training kicking in. She stood, assessed, listened, tried to determine the threat. The intercom crackled. Armed intruder in the building. All staff initiate lockdown procedures immediately. This is not a drill. Jennifer's mind went tactical. Where? How many? What type of weapon? Are students safe? She grabbed her phone, checked the group chat. Teachers were reporting in, students accounted for in locked classrooms. Except Ms. Rodriguez. 40 students trapped in auditorium. Can't lock doors from inside. Intruder is in there with them. Jennifer's blood went cold. The auditorium, no interior locks, wide open space, 40 kids. She moved before thinking, left her office, headed toward the auditorium. Another teacher grabbed her arm. "Jennifer, where are you going?" "Get to safety." "To help," Jennifer said. Her voice different now, not Coach Kim's friendly tone, Captain Kim's command voice. "You can't," the teacher said. "There's a man with a gun." "I know," Jennifer said, pulled her arm free, kept walking. The hallways were empty, eerie, silent except for the alarm. Jennifer's senses sharpened. She could hear voices ahead, shouting, crying, male voice, aggressive, scared. She reached the auditorium doors, looked through the small window, saw him, white male, late 20s, dirty clothes, unshaven, holding a revolver, 6-shot, probably .38 caliber, waving it at the students huddled on the floor near the stage. The man was pacing, ranting, something about his ex-girlfriend, about the school, about being ignored. Jennifer assessed in seconds. Solo shooter, agitated but not tactical, weapon discipline poor, finger on trigger, dangerous but untrained. Students terrified but unharmed so far. No clear shot for police from outside. She was the only option. Jennifer tried the door, unlocked. She took a breath, emptied her mind, became what she used to be, not a teacher, an operator. She opened the door, walked in. The man spun, pointed the gun at her, Stop, don't move. Jennifer kept walking, hands visible, non-threatening, calm. Hey, she said, her voice gentle. I'm Coach Kim. I teach here. Just want to talk. The man's gun hand shook. I said, don't move. I'll shoot. Okay, Jennifer said. Stopped walking, 15 feet away. Perfect striking distance if needed. I'm stopped. See? Not a threat. Just a teacher. What's your name? Derek, he said, voice cracking. Derek, Jennifer said. Okay. Hi, Derek. I can see you're upset. Want to tell me what's going on? He laughed, bitter, sharp. What's going on? What's going on is nobody listens. Nobody cares. My girl dumped me. School kicked me out. Everyone treats me like I'm nothing. I understand, Jennifer said. That sounds really painful. But these kids didn't do that to you. They're scared. Some of them are crying. You seem like a good person who's just having a really bad day. I'm not a good person, Derek said. I'm a loser. Everyone says so. Who says that? Jennifer asked, moving slightly, a half step closer. So subtle he wouldn't notice. Everyone, Derek said. My dad, my teachers, her. He gestured with the gun toward a girl in the corner. That's my ex. She's why I'm here. Jennifer glanced at the girl, 16, terrified, tears streaming. Okay, Jennifer said. So this is about her, about feeling rejected, feeling invisible. Yeah. Then let these other kids go, Jennifer said. Keep me and her. Let the rest leave. You'll have the two people you actually want to talk to. Plus it'll be less chaotic, easier to think. Derek considered. Jennifer saw him wavering, pushed her advantage. Plus the police are outside. Every kid you let go shows good faith, shows you're not a monster, shows you can be reasoned with, makes them more likely to listen to you. Derek looked at the students, at Jennifer, at his ex. Okay, he said. Fine, everyone else get out, now. The students scrambled, ran for the doors. Jennifer counted. 38, 39, 40. All out, safe. Now it was just her, Derek, and his ex-girlfriend, whose name tag said Sarah. Derek turned back to them, his gun pointed at Sarah. You, he said, voice full of pain. Why'd you dump me? Why'd you humiliate me in front of everyone? Sarah sobbed. Derek, I didn't mean to hurt you, we weren't right for each other. Not right for each other, Derek shouted. I loved you. I gave you everything. Jennifer watched him, analyzed. He was focused on Sarah, weapon discipline getting worse. Finger tight on trigger but barrel drifting, emotional, not tactical. She could move, should move. But if she did and he pulled the trigger, Sarah died. So Jennifer talked instead. Derek, she said, I get it. Rejection hurts. I've been there. He glanced at her. You? Yeah, me, Jennifer said. I'm 5'2". When I wanted to join the military, everyone said I was too small, too weak, too female. They rejected me over and over. You're in the military? Derek asked. Was, Jennifer said. Army, 6 years. And yeah, people told me I'd never make it, that I wasn't good enough, that I should quit, hurt like hell. So what did you do? Derek asked. I proved them wrong, Jennifer said. Worked twice as hard, got stronger, earned my place. And you know what I learned? What? The people who reject you are usually dealing with their own pain. Sarah probably didn't dump you because you're worthless. She did it because she's 16 and scared and doesn't know what she wants, just like you don't. Derek's gun lowered slightly. I just wanted her to love me. I know, Jennifer said. But love doesn't come from forcing people. It comes from being someone worth loving. And right now you're scaring a girl with a gun. That's not love. Derek looked at Sarah, at the gun, at Jennifer. I don't know what to do, he whispered. Put the gun down, Jennifer said. Gently, let Sarah go. And let's talk. Really talk. Just you and me. I can't, Derek said. If I do, they'll arrest me. Probably, Jennifer admitted. But you'll be alive. And someday, you can get help. Get better. Become the person you want to be. Right now, your only options are give up or die, and I'd really prefer you choose the first one. Derek's hand trembled, the gun wavered, and Jennifer moved. 3 steps, lightning fast. Her right hand struck his wrist, knocked the gun barrel away from Sarah. Her left hand grabbed his elbow, twisted, applied pressure to the joint. Derek screamed, tried to hold onto the gun. Jennifer struck his hand. Once, twice. The revolver clattered to the floor. She kicked it away, swept his legs, put him face down on the ground, knee on his spine, arm locked behind his back, all in under 3 seconds. Sarah stared, mouth open. Derek struggled, gasped. "Let me go." "You're okay," Jennifer said, her voice calm. "Just stay still. Don't fight. This'll be easier." The auditorium doors burst open. Police, SWAT, FBI, guns drawn, shouting, on the ground, hands visible. Jennifer didn't move, kept Derek pinned. "Federal Agent Jennifer Kim," she called out. Army Ranger, retired. "Suspect is disarmed and controlled. Weapon on the floor to my left." The lead officer froze, stared, approached cautiously. "Ma'am, can you confirm your identity?" Jennifer stayed calm. "Check my left wrist. Inner forearm. You'll see the tattoo." The officer came closer, pulled back her sleeve slightly, saw the faded Ranger tab. His expression changed. "Holy shit," he whispered. "You're a Ranger?" "Was," Jennifer said. "Now I'm a gym teacher. Can you take him?" The officer nodded, gestured to his team. They moved in, cuffed Derek, pulled him away. Jennifer stood, brushed off her knees, looked at Sarah. "You okay?" Sarah nodded, unable to speak. Jennifer walked over, hugged her. "You're safe now. Go find your parents." Sarah clung to her, sobbing. "Thank you, Coach Kim. Thank you." Jennifer held her, let her cry, then gently released her, sent her to the paramedics. Turned to find an FBI agent standing in front of her. Tall, 50s. ID badge said Special Agent Marcus Webb. "Ma'am," he said, "that was the most controlled suspect takedown I've seen from a civilian, ever." "I'm not a civilian," Jennifer said. "I'm a teacher." He smiled. "Fair enough. Can I ask you a few questions?" "Sure," Jennifer said. "Just let me check on my students first." The aftermath was chaos. Parents, media, police interviews. Jennifer answered questions, gave her statement, downplayed her actions, insisted she'd just talked to the guy, that he'd surrendered, that anyone would have done the same. But the students told a different story, told about Coach Kim walking in unarmed, about how calm she'd been, about the 3-second takedown that looked like something from a movie. And when the media found out she was a former Army Ranger, the story exploded. Tiny gym teacher with Ranger training saves 40 students. Female veteran takes down Armed Intruder. Hero in sneakers. Jennifer tried to avoid it. Went home, ignored her phone. But the school board called, the superintendent, the governor. Everyone wanted to thank her, honor her, give her awards. She didn't want awards. She wanted to go back to teaching dodgeball. But the world had other plans. 2 weeks later, a knock on her door. She opened it. A woman in an army uniform, Colonel's Eagles. Jennifer recognized her. Colonel Patricia Hayes, her old battalion commander. "Ma'am," Jennifer said. Stood straighter. "At ease, Captain," Hayes said, smiling. "Can I come in?" "Of course." They sat in Jennifer's small living room. Hayes looked around, saw the minimalist furniture, the lack of military memorabilia, the photos of students instead of soldiers. "You've built a good life," Hayes said. "I have," Jennifer replied. "So why are you here?" Hayes pulled out a folder. "We're expanding the Ranger training program, adding more female candidates. We need experienced instructors, people who've been there, done it, can teach the next generation." "You want me to come back?" Jennifer said. "Not active duty," Hayes clarified. "Contractor, civilian instructor, teach hand-to-hand combat, close quarters tactics, mental resilience. 2 weeks per quarter. Rest of the time you keep teaching at Lincoln." Jennifer thought about it. "I don't know, ma'am. I like where I am." "I know," Hayes said. "No. And I'm not asking you to give that up. I'm asking you to share what you know, Those female ranger candidates need role models, need someone who's 5'2" and proved everyone wrong, need to see that size doesn't matter, skill does. Jennifer looked at the folder, at the contract, at the chance to serve again in a new way. Can I think about it? Of course, Hayes said, stood. But Captain, yeah? What you did at that school, that's what Rangers do. We protect, we serve, we show up when others can't. You're still a Ranger, whether you wear the tab or not. She left. Jennifer sat with the folder, thinking. She talked to her students, her fellow teachers, the principal. They all said the same thing. Do it, teach, share, be both. So Jennifer signed the contract, started teaching at Fort Benning twice a quarter, 8 weeks a year training the toughest candidates the Army had, teaching them what she'd learned in Mosul and Fallujah, not just how to fight, but how to think, how to survive, how to win. The female candidates especially looked up to her, saw themselves in her small frame, her quiet confidence, her refusal to be limited by size or gender or anyone's expectations. One candidate approached her after a brutal sparring session. "Ma'am," she said, "how do you beat someone twice your size?" "You don't beat them with strength," Jennifer said. "You beat them with speed, precision, technique. You use their size against them. Big people move slower, tire faster, expect power. Give them angles instead." The candidate nodded, absorbing. "Can you show me?" Jennifer smiled, grabbed her, swept her legs, put her on the mat in 2 seconds. Like that. The candidate laughed, got up, tried again, and again, and again, until she got it. That's how Jennifer taught. Patient, persistent, proving that heart mattered more than height, that determination beat strength, that anyone could be a warrior if they refused to quit. Over the next 3 years, Jennifer trained over 200 Ranger candidates, 47 of them women, 32 graduated, deployed, served with distinction. And every single one of them remembered the tiny gym teacher who taught them that size was just a number. But heart was everything. Back at Lincoln High, Jennifer's legend grew. Students trained harder in PE, joined the military at higher rates, respected her not because she'd been a soldier, but because she'd proven that normal-looking people could do extraordinary things. One day, a freshman girl approached her, shy, hesitant. "Coach Kim? Yeah? I want to join the Army, but everyone says I'm too small, too weak." Jennifer looked at her, saw herself 15 years ago. "What's your name?" "Emily." "Emily," Jennifer said. "You see me. I'm 5'2", weigh 115. I'm smaller than you. And I'm an Army Ranger. You think I let people's opinions stop me?" The girl smiled. "No, ma'am." "Then don't let them stop you either," Jennifer said. "You want to be a soldier? Work for it. Train, study, prove them wrong. I'll help you." "Really?" "Really." Over the next 4 years, Jennifer trained Emily, helped her prepare for basic training, for Ranger School, for everything. And when Emily graduated Ranger School at age 22, Jennifer was there, in the audience, watching her student earn the tab, living the dream, being the warrior. After the ceremony, Emily found her, hugged her. "I couldn't have done this without you, Coach." "Yes, you could have," Jennifer said. "I just reminded you that you could." That night, Jennifer sat in her hotel room, looked at the Ranger tab on her own wrist, faded, old, but still there, still meaning something. She'd spent 6 years hiding it, pretending it didn't matter. But it did. It always had. Not because it made her special, but because it reminded her of who she was. Someone who didn't quit, who didn't let limitations define her, who served, always, in whatever way was needed. She pulled out her phone, texted Colonel Hayes, "I'm in for another year, whatever you need." The response came immediately. "Semper Fi, Ranger." Jennifer smiled, texted back, "Wrong branch, ma'am, but I appreciate the sentiment." Hayes replied with a laughing emoji. Then, "You're one of the best instructors we have. Thank you for serving." Again. Jennifer put her phone down, looked out the window at Fort Benning, at the base where she'd earned her tab, where she now taught others to earn theirs, where she'd proven that a 5'2" woman could be just as dangerous as any man. She thought about the 40 students she'd saved, about Emily graduating, about the hundreds of rangers she'd trained, about the life she'd built that honored both who she'd been and who she was, warrior and teacher, ranger and coach, hero and human, all of it, all at once. And for the first time in years, Jennifer Kim felt completely whole. The end